Epstein birthday book has been handed over to Democrats on the House Oversight Committee. And wouldn't you know it, the very first thing they did was to go ahead and release the letter that Donald Trump did, in fact, write to Jeffrey Epstein for his birthday. And that, of course, is a drawing and an image, writing a little, message of love that Trump claimed didn't exist. In fact, suing the Wall Street Journal at this very moment because it allegedly didn't exist. It exists. It is real. It's in the hands of the Democrats. And of course, the Wall Street Journal has already gone ahead and shared it, as did the Democrats on the House Oversight Committee. So that's a bit of a fun development happening today. And of course, it proves, as we all know, that Donald Trump has been lying his face off about every single aspect of this scandal. He is involved. He and Epstein were closer friends than Trump would want any of us to think. And this is pretty big. Give me a moment here. I'm going to pull it up so that I can see some comments and everything. So I do want to respond to those. Hopefully folks have some things to say. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and read you the post that the Wall Street Journal put on social media. Of course, they're the group that Trump is suing because this allegedly didn't exist. Lawyers for Jeffrey Epstein's estate have given Congress a copy of the birthday book put together for the financier's 50th birthday, which includes a letter with Trump's signature that he said doesn't exist. On Monday, House Oversight Committee members confirmed that they received a copy of the birthday book, including the letter bearing Trump's signature. President Trump called the Epstein investigation a hoax and claimed that his birthday note didn't exist. Now we know that Donald Trump was lying and doing everything he can to cover up the truth, said Democratic Representative Robert Garcia of California, who is the committee's Democratic ranking member. Enough of the games and lies. Release the full files now, Garcia said. The Wall Street Journal in July reported on the book and the letter bearing Trump's name, which contained typewritten text framed by the outline of a naked woman. The letter concluded, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." The signature was a squiggly Donald below the waist, mimicking pubic hair. Trump has denied writing the letter or drawing the picture, calling it a fake thing. He also filed a lawsuit against the Journal's reporters, Journal-publisher Dow Jones, parent company News Corp, and executives, alleging defamation and saying the letter was non-existent. A Dow Jones spokeswoman said, "We have full confidence in the rigor and accuracy of our reporting." And then here's the best part of this little tweet from the Wall Street Journal. Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, didn't immediately respond Monday to a request for comment. So poor Caroline Leavitt, she didn't even know what to say for the first time in her life. So yeah, what I love about this is what it does for this lawsuit. Not only, obviously, does this mean the lawsuit's probably about to get tossed, but now, as much as I hate News Corp, I don't want those groups to succeed, but again, they kind of have to against this guy. They're going to be able to sue for legal fees for everything. He is going to get hit with such a massive counter lawsuit, and it's only going to humiliate him even further. But yes, we do have firm confirmation that Donald Trump is, in fact, a lying piece of garbage about everything regarding the Epstein scandal. There is no more excuses. I mean, hell, even today, right? Freaking Mike Johnson has to come out, Republican Speaker of the House. A couple days ago, he's like, no, Trump was just chilling with him because he's an FBI informant. And then today, he's like, yeah, that didn't actually happen. I know I said it happened, but Mr. Canadian with Super Chat says, I've been a fan for years. Take my money, please. Well, we definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Tina Quintero says he's a co-conspirator. Yes, I think that is a perfect term. May every day be another wonderful secret. It's that line in this birthday message, which again is now confirmed, That line tells you Trump knew what was up. Like, he knew there were secrets that Epstein was hiding. He was in on the secret. There is no denying this. There is no way for any conservative out there to credibly try to claim that this is a hoax, or that Trump wasn't actually involved, or that no, he was actually an undercover FBI informant. Didn't happen. Reed Cataldo, I just saw this comment come across and I say RFK Jr. is worse than anyone. Yeah, 100% agree, and that's coming from experience with RFK Jr. This is so fun. I really am loving every second of this because, as I've pointed out in various segments, Trump did this to himself, not just through his association with Epstein. He allowed his base, for the last year or so, to make the Epstein files an issue. They're the ones who brought it up. They're the ones who campaigned on it. They're the ones who, Trump said in an interview with, God, I forget the dude's name. But anyway, he did an interview about this time last year, and they asked, would you release the Epstein files? He's like, yeah, sure, absolutely. I would definitely do that. So he did this. Like, they put this out into the ether. They demanded it. And if they hadn't done that, this wouldn't be a thing right now. Like, everybody would have moved on and forgotten that any of this even happened. Because when it first happened, his first arrest, his first trial, which was a complete and total sham, we covered it at Ring of Fire. We talked about it at the time. And then, of course, when the second one came up, then everybody started paying attention. But then after that, it kind of died off. Trump put this back out there himself. He allowed his base to do that. He fed into it. And now this is going to become an even bigger problem. I mean, it's already been a massive problem for him for the last 2 months. And this thing just exploded in his face. If he does not withdraw the lawsuit, again, it's probably going to be dismissed. But honestly, if I were News Corp, I'd be like, no, don't dismiss it. We're going to keep going. We want to do this. We want to get a little bit of discovery in here. We want to sit this guy down and have a deposition. Basically force him to pull the lawsuit. And that is going to be the biggest signal to his base that, listen, I am the king of the cover-up. I did all this, and I'm not going to let you learn the truth. What's happening right here is that we have a situation where Trump is eventually going to get snatched up in all of it. He already is, but listen, he's been able to escape it with people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, with people like Nancy Mace, right? You have these Republican MAGA lawmakers who are furious at the administration, but they always make sure to tell us Trump's not involved. Right? The cover-up is coming from Pam Bondi. The cover-up is coming from Kash Patel or Dan Bongino. I don't even know if he still works there. I think he wanted to quit. I know he hates his job. But they blame everybody else in the administration except for this guy. They can't do that anymore. They'll try. Some of them will try. But others will, in fact, have to finally come to grips with this reality and realize that, oh God, this guy we've been saying did nothing wrong. Obviously, he's been lying from the start. So then they have to make a choice. Do I drop the issue altogether to be able to continue to stand next to Trump, keep my MAGA credentials, or do I read the room and realize that this is a big issue, not just with the MAGA voters, but with independent voters, with everybody? And do I say goodbye to all of this and come out firmly against Trump finally? I don't know what their decisions are going to be. I think most of them obviously are going to side with Trump on this and just shut up about it and pretend that they never raise a stink about it. But I don't know. I really don't. And this is fun. Again, I love this. And for the conservatives out there to be like, Bill Clinton's in the book too. Cool. Throw him in jail. I don't care. I don't wear Bill Clinton hats. I don't have Bill Clinton merchandise. Never have, never will. We don't worship these people like they're gods, okay? We're not fucking insane. You guys are. You're all very weird, stupid people. And yeah, I'm just going to come out and say that, and I'm not going to care. Because you are. You have this godlike worship of one of the dumbest and, of course, most corrupt people to ever serve in a government. Like, in a government. Not our government, any. And you're the ones falling to pieces over this. There is not a single person on the left that cares if Bill Clinton gets arrested right now. Like, we don't. If he has a heart attack right now, we're just going to be like, oh, yeah, I forgot about him. Well, whatever. We don't care. If he's in there, if he did anything wrong, take his ass down. If any other Democrat is in there, bring him to justice. Let's do it. We don't want those scumbags in our party. So what I love is that I saw a comment come through just a little bit ago. It was like, Trump derangement syndrome, real. It is real. And you're suffering from it. And you need help. You need round-the-clock psychological care. You need to be in a padded room. And you need somebody to be able to get inside your head to tell you that this man is not the savior. This man wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire, okay? He hates you. He doesn't care if you live or die. That's Trump derangement syndrome, still loving somebody that's like that. And I have no sympathy for you folks. I genuinely hope that you lose everything under him. I hope when you go to the grocery store, you're not able to afford things. I'm just going to be a dick now. Like, that's where I'm at. I don't care. Y'all deserve this. You deserve every second of it. What you're doing to this country, what you're encouraging him to do, you deserve nothing but pain and misfortune for the rest of your days. And so that's what I'm hoping you experience. So don't come over here because you're seeking it out. Like you sought this out. Like, I'm going to go comment Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah. Okay. You have it, sure. And hopefully you're paying the price for it. I'm sure you probably are. But anyway, your savior has lied to you repeatedly. And if you're not smart enough, if you're not clever enough to realize that's happening, then have fun paying more for every single thing. I do. Cool Cat is asking a question here. Let me stop and get this. Farron, genuine question. I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the lawmakers in Congress retrieving the birthday book and other evidence? I've been happy about that since they announced they were going to get it. Because September 8th was the date. Remember, I talked about it I think at the end of August, Democrats announced that yes, the estate has agreed to turn this over to us on September 8th. And I specifically mentioned the birthday book. So I really do am excited, a little annoyed, I will say, because it's like, you guys could have done this from the beginning. You know, the estate was more than willing. I mean, they've come out and been like, we have all the stuff. Like, it's just sitting here. Do you guys want it? And then finally they were like, oh, yeah, I mean, sure, if you're not doing anything with it, go ahead and send it our way. So again, this is something that could have been done a long time ago, really at any point after Epstein died. And the best thing is, too, Democrats don't have to worry about, oh no, if we release something, they might sue us. They can't. Did you know, and this is very important when we're talking about a guy like Epstein, you cannot, by law, defame a dead person. So you can say whatever you want about them, but because they're dead, you can't be sued for it. The estate cannot sue. So if you want to call Jeffrey Epstein a word that starts with a P and ends with file, he was convicted of it, so you're clear to say it anyway. So that's just a helpful piece of information. If you ever want to, do something like that, it's there for you. I have a super chat I want to get to. This one from Mr. Canadian again says, farmers are hoping for a bailout. They now live with it. I have sympathy for them. Yeah, see, the farmers are one group that I do definitely, I know they voted for it overwhelmingly, but you can't wish for the farmers to go down because that takes down all of us. So that puts us really between a rock and a hard place. It's like, you guys chose this even after he sent you into a record number of bankruptcies in his first term. and you did it again. You kind of need to learn a lesson, and you're obviously not, but you not learning lesson also impacts the rest of us, so kind of hard. It's empathy for the situation, not that they put themselves in it, right? It's like if somebody sees a bear trap and you're like, hey man, whatever you do, don't stick your foot in the bear trap. And they're like, well, I'm going to do it. And you're like, but no, trust me, it's going to hurt. Like, I'm going to do it anyway. And then they do it and they get hurt. And you're like, wow, I empathize with the pain. That's got to be awful. But at the same time, you kind of did it. For those of you who are asking, what's going on? What did Trump lie about? I see a lot of those comments. Excuse me. The Democrats on the House Oversight Committee have released images from the birthday book. The birthday book that Donald Trump said was a hoax, the one that he says does not exist. And yes, the message he wrote to Epstein, exactly the way that the Wall Street Journal reported it back in July, that's exactly how it was. The Wall Street Journal reporting was correct. So that's the thing. We have the birthday book. They have released the image. They have released the text. We know all of this. So that's what the big news is today. And yeah, this screws Trump. The Epstein issue is definitely, it has tanked his polling. Not to the degree that all of the other issues combined have, but it's definitely hurting him with the MAGA base, and this is certainly not going to help. Another super chat here from Z-Core Alpha says, local meat market open since 1966 near me is closing. They can't afford the cost. Rural Georgia. That's awful. And I do hate to hear that, especially we have one butcher shop that's not like a grocery store in the Tri-City area where I live, and I love it. I would be devastated if they went out of business because the meat is fresher, it's better, it's cheaper. So yeah, that's actually, really disappointing, but rural Georgia is also probably a place, don't want to make assumptions, but I think at this point we can go ahead and make assumptions that they probably voted for him. Cosmo Girella says, Iranian here, excuse me. Why'd you guys vote for him? Like, we didn't. I'm betting, 95 to 100% of the folks in the chat here also didn't vote for him. Why did everybody else vote for him? Because Biden didn't fix the economy fast enough. That's why. Things were getting better, but they weren't getting better fast enough. And by God, if you say you're going to fix that economy, I need it overnight. I better wake up tomorrow and all the money's in my bank account. And New Dawn 75 says, and racism. Yes. Can't forget that, of course, because that played a massive role. And we see it in the policy. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Somebody says, wow, is this the first live? I never catch a live. Wow. I was doing a bunch of lives, a couple times a week, about 2-ish months ago, maybe a little before that. And then life kind of caught up with me. It's been a very unpleasant couple of months. It is still unpleasant, but I'm trying to make more time for this. I'm also been constructing, I know you can't see behind me, but I've got a new studio set that I'm almost finished with. And, so there's been things. But other than that, I do really want to, do this more often. It's just a little difficult to devote the time to it. Somebody said, I can't wait to see how Trump reacts or something to that effect. That's going to be fun. What'll be even funnier is if he doesn't react. Because this is one of those times where Trump's either going to get on Truth Social and we're going to have 8,000 posts between now and tomorrow morning, or he's just going to shut the fuck up. Right? Those are the two options. He's going to say every horrible thing ever, or he's going to invade Chicago overnight. He's going to do something drastic to distract people. But is it going to be on Truth Social? Is it going to be, invading another U.S. city? The Supreme Court just ruled today, no, you can keep doing your arrests in these areas. But yeah, it's an emergency stay decision from the Supreme Court. It's not the official decision, so that's what's going on there. Or he could just shut up. Again, best option for Trump 99% of the times is, dude, just don't say anything. Just keep your mouth shut. Pretend you didn't even see this. Quietly withdraw your lawsuit before you get humiliated. But he's not going to do that. This guy is not capable of shutting his mouth. He is not capable of anything. And, we could see another Liberation Day round of tariffs today or tomorrow to distract everybody. Maybe he brings J.D. Vance out and just hits him across the face with a stick. Anything to distract us. I'm not opposed to Trump doing that. I don't encourage violence at all, especially against the vice president. That's not a good idea. But if Trump did it as the president, I wouldn't stop him. It'd be a fun distraction for like 5 minutes, and then we get right back to this issue. So listen, that's about all I have. I don't want to get too far off of the topic of, Trump and the birthday book being released. And those, I still get people saying, like, what happened here? And what happened, of course, is that the birthday book did come out, and Trump lied. The drawing is real. The message is real. It's in the possession of the Democrats, who, of course, immediately gave it to the Wall Street Journal. So that's what's happening here. I got a lot of Trump folks popping in like, it's BS. Trump 2028, more Trump 2028s. Seek help. Get on your little phone right now. Look up mental health professionals near me. And, just go from there. I think that would benefit all of you. But for now, you can go ahead and understand that this guy lies to you. He lies to you every day. He has no respect for you. He's done nothing to benefit you. You're going to complete your little psychosis with him, and then he'll be done with you. He doesn't care a bit about you. But go ahead and continue to be taken advantage of this whole time. He hasn't passed a single piece of legislation. He's done nothing to benefit you. I seriously doubt any of the folks in the chat right now saying these Trump 2028 comments. I doubt you guys are in the top 1% that's going to get the tax cut. Yeah, so, but somebody says, Biden cared about you. I don't worship Biden, and I never did. I never went out there and said, Biden 2024, Biden 2020. I didn't do that. You see, that's the difference. Y'all seem to be under this weird delusion that everybody else worships the people they vote for as if they're gods. We don't do that. Stop projecting your mental illness, and that's what it is, onto us. We don't do that, okay? And I need you guys to understand that. I need you to get that in your heads. Your life, our lives, all of us are going to be much better off once you realize that very simple truth. But I don't know. You're probably not going to get there, so go ahead and keep defending this guy that is definitely deeply involved with one of the worst pedophiles in modern history, and let's see how that ends up for you. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hey, if you're not already subscribed, please do that. Fresh content every single day of the week. It's been a great chat.